Hey Pisces, I'm tuning in for a reading today. Let's see what comes in for your energy, what messages Spirit has for you. We're going to start off with some oracle cards and then we're going to move on to the tarot. If you would like to book a private reading, all the information is in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Holy Spirit, please channel through the messages that will be most beneficial to the Pisces collective at this time. Ooh. Okay, so we have Courage coming in as your first card. Change. Take the first step. Dreams. Worry. We're going to get one last card. And then we're going to move on to the tarot. And then listen. Okay, beautiful Pisces. I'm liking this energy already. So take the first step, have the courage, because there is some kind of change that is going to be very beneficial to your dreams. And Pisces, like, the hardest part is to start. The hardest part is before even taking the first step. If you're analyzing something or overthinking or trying to figure it all out or wait for the perfect moment, that's the hardest part. When you're kind of in your head, right? So it's like, that action is going to lead you forward, okay? That action is going to take you closer to your dreams. No matter if you're going in the wrong direction or if you're not doing it right, you're eventually going to get there because you've initiated the change rather than staying in a stage of worry or thinking or analyzing or trying to study or strategize. This is no longer beneficial. So what I'm seeing here would take the first step, change, and have courage. This is all about taking some kind of action, Pisces, because you're very close to your dreams. You're very close to a major achievement, and you have guidance coming in with listen. Pisces, I feel like a lot of you, you're very close to an outcome. You're very close to a goal, and you're going to get it right in the first few tries, okay? I don't know what that means. If you're trying something new, or if you're going to monetize a hobby or launch a new project or a new business, whatever it is, it's like it's not that you're going to get lucky, okay? But it sounds... You know, we create our own luck in the sense of, you know, we look for the opportunities, we start preparing, we start putting in the work. And then when luck comes in or when that opportunity comes in, we're able to show up because we've been prepared. We have that mindset. We're ready for that kind of success. And so what I'm seeing here is you've been ready for a long time. And there's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of strategizing and overanalyzing because obviously you want to succeed. Obviously you want to get it right. But your first few attempts, Pisces, you're gonna, again, get lucky. You're gonna get it right, and that's gonna give you a lot of confidence. It's gonna boost your courage. And I'm getting solar plexus chakra, sacral, and root chakra with these energies coming in. So your bottom three chakras, some of you may be wanting to work on those chakras. Take the first step. This is all about action, Pisces. Progress on your plans, on your goals. I see some of you putting a vision board together and really writing out your goals and starting to measure your progress, okay? So if you're going to the gym, you're weighing yourself, you're measuring how much weight you're putting in, how many reps, like you're starting to not be very vague or so general. You're getting very specific, okay? You're niching down in a sense in an area of your life. Could be in regards to money, investments, a new opportunity, body goals, a lifestyle that you want to achieve for yourself. And I see it coming in together because dreams is here. This is a confirmation that as you have the courage to take the first step, the change will come that will get you closer to your dreams and will help you manifest an achievement. So I don't know why the worry is here. Maybe some of you have had some failures or some delays, or you're just trying to get it right, okay? It's like you're trying to do all the studying, all the research, all the planning, all the strategizing, but you have to get out of your head, Pisces. You have to get into your body, and this is what allows you to take that action. So listen, we will go ahead and clarify the listen card because it seems like you have some guidance coming in. Maybe you're going through a time in your life where you're encountering synchronicities, or you're seeing angel numbers, or a lot of things are aligning coincidentally, right? Because there is divine presence in your life and you are being guided. So some of you, Pisces, you may be very tuned into your intuition, very tuned into your guidance. You may be able to recognize it when it comes in. And some of you may need to work a little bit more in discerning your intuition from your mind, from your fears, with that worry card. So we'll go ahead and clarify, see what else comes in. Expect the unexpected is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, this card has been coming up in your last few readings. It means that there is a surprise coming in. There is a reward coming in to your life. But it may come from a different avenue, or it may come in an unexpected way. But it is your dream. It is your manifestation. So let's go ahead and clarify with the tarot and see what else comes in for you, Pisces. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about listen? What messages are coming in for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know about listen? Okay, we have Hermit in the reverse, the Empress in the upright, the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Not sure if you can see all of the cards coming in. And the Four of Pentacles. Pisces, so listen is coming in because you went into hermit mode, Pisces, to find some answers, to gain some clarity, to gain some introspection. Hermit mode is, again, when you take that time off, you go into solitude, you take that time to yourself to really analyze what your goals are, what your dreams are, you know, replenish your energy. And so hermit being in the reverse is calling you out of hermit mode, because you found the answers that you needed. You've gained the clarity. Believe it or not, okay, if you're waiting for a moment where you feel like you're fully ready or you're 100%, it's like there's a need to just get started. There's a need to just take a step right now. And hermit mode, Pisces, is in the reverse. So you're no longer being called to be in hermit mode. There's a need to reemerge because you found what it is that you needed. Whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, because sometimes we stay there because it's comfortable. We stay there because it's familiar. And with it being in the reverse, is showcasing the shadow side. So it means that now is not benefiting you as much as it used to, because you've gained the answers, you've gained the inner light, the introspection, the clarity, and now there's a need to move forward. And so listen is coming in because this is the guidance coming in for you. It's guiding you out of hermit mode and into the Empress, because the Knight of Pentacles, Pisces, you've planted the seeds, you've done the work, okay? So you fertilized the land, you've planted the seeds, you've watered those seeds, you've been doing the work. The Knight of Pentacles talks about the day-to-day, okay? Doing the work day in, day out, and you've done that. Those seeds have been planted, and now it's a time to the Empress to harvest. And so listen is guiding you out of hermit mode into the Empress, because Knight of Pentacles, your work is about to pay off. You're about to be able to harvest with the Knight of Pentacles. And if you think about it, it is aligned with the seasons, because we're coming into winter. So it's like you did the work in springtime, you did the work in the summertime, you did the work in fall, and now in winter you get to harvest. You get to really come into that abundance of the work that you've put through the entire year. So the Four of Pentacles coming in here. You've built a stable foundation, Pisces. You've also really invested into yourself. Maybe you started new businesses, new investments, a new career path, and now you have a stable foundation for you to build upon. So Pisces, all I'm seeing here is that you've done the work, okay? You've done the groundwork. There's a time to pat yourself on the back and move forward, okay? Move forward into the Empress, because it's time for your manifestation. It's time for harvest. And drown out your own inner voice. Steve Jobs. By the way, Steve Jobs was a Pisces. So dear Spirit, do you have questions that need answering? Have you been asking for a solution, or do you need simple guidance? Have you been repeatedly seeking from external sources but found them to be conflicting and dissatisfying? This card urges you to withdraw into silence, to tune into your higher self for answers. Your higher self is connected to all that is and has the ability to shed light on a situation that may be causing you concern, worry, okay, and we do actually have the worry card right next to that, or anxiety. Your higher self will not embarrass you, or your higher self will not ignore your pleas for help. Rather, this loving energy is more than glad to provide insight and clarity about the situation at hand. Once you've asked, the answers will come as intuitive nudges. As a simple exercise to hear the wisdom of your higher self, sit down, then breathe in and out. Once relaxed, place your hand on your heart and ask your higher self a question. Listen closely, since your higher self doesn't yell. It gently speaks to your heart. You may be startled at the guidance provided. Your job is to listen, trust, and follow the information shared with you, since it will lead you in the right direction. So Pisces, what I'm getting here, also with listen and worry, I'm getting this as two very different energies. This is more like your intuition, your guidance, your higher self coming in. And this is more the fear and the worry of the mind. So there's a need to learn how to discern your intuition from your mind, and know what the difference is so that you follow the right advice, so that you go on the right path. Because what I'm seeing here is you already put in the work, and it's time for that harvest. It's time for you to move forward to the next level. And so Empress coming in, Pisces, what's coming in for you is a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity on all levels of your life. The Empress is a major arcana, and it's all about abundance, whether it's money and business and investments in your life in general. She has the Midas touch. Anything she touches grows. And it's a very beautiful, warm energy that comes in that allows you to receive your blessings, because the Knight of Pentacles is a masculine energy of doing the work, whereas the Empress is a feminine energy of receiving the harvest and the fruits of your labor. And Four of Pentacles, Pisces, you built a strong foundation, and now it's time to build upon that foundation. It's not going to shatter, it's not going to fall, because you took the time to establish those blueprints. And now it's time to build upon it, Pisces. So Empress, you're coming into a lot of abundance, and there's a need to distinguish your intuition from your mind and follow that guidance, because you are on the right path and you're very close to your dreams coming true, but there's a need to take action and get out of the mind space. So let's go ahead and see what else comes in. Holy Spirit, why is the Empress coming in for Pisces? Tell us a little bit more. What is this Empress for Pisces? King of Swords in the upright. 10 of Cups. Five of Wands. And the Hangman in the upright. Pisces energy. Not sure if you can see all the cards. I'm going to go ahead and move these a little bit. So the Empress clarified by the King of Swords, the 10 of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Hangman. What I'm seeing here, Pisces, is that coming into Empress mode, coming into receiver mode, coming into your abundance, into your prosperity is going to require a lot of clear thinking, a lot of logic, not necessarily guessing or feeling your way through life, or trying to guess your way into opportunities, or, you know, wondering if you're on the right path. King of Swords is all about strategy and logic, okay? But it's all about it being applied, not just in your head where it just becomes worry. King of Swords is someone who's able to strategize a plan and then set it into motion and get to where he needs to be. So with the King of Swords, Pisces, I see your communication and your clarity of thought, your clarity of mind coming in very, very strong. You're about to get very, very sharp, okay? And very direct in your goals, okay? Like your aim is starting to improve. Like it's not scattered in a way, because the Five of Wands talks about scattered energy, inner conflict, outer conflict, toxic competition, jealousy, envy from other people coming to you. It can also talk about evil eye. So I don't know for who that is, but it talks about a very messy energy that is just not, it's not very beneficial to getting to a specific goal. And so the Five of Wands is being overcome by the King of Swords. So this looks really good for you, Pisces. Through the King of Swords, through having a strategic plan, setting that plan in motion, you're going to attain the 10 of Cups, okay? So through this fulfillment, through this prosperity and abundance coming in from the Empress, 10 of Cups, you're going to gain some kind of emotional fulfillment in your life. And the Hangman coming in, Pisces, you're about to see things from a whole other perspective, and it's going to help you get to your goals in a very smooth way. Not to say that things are going to be easy, but they're going to be simple and smooth. You're not going to be wondering, you're not going to be trying to guess your way into the outcome that you want. You're going to be able to measure your progress and have a very clear goal and a very specific way of attaining it. So it's like, you know the what, you know the why, but now the how comes in with the King of Swords. So with the Hangman, Pisces, there are miracles coming into your life, but most importantly, you're having a shift in perspective. The way that you see life, the way that you think, the way that you've been perceiving your life and the opportunities around you is about to change. You're about to gain some kind of enlightenment. And the Hangman, again, is your energy. It is your card. So I do want to touch base because we do have two major arcanas coming in. So Hangman energy, card number 12. 1 plus 2 is 3, Pisces. And the Empress is also card number 3. You're aligning your mind, body, and spirit, or your mind, body, and soul. And you're getting everything in order. You're getting everything in line to be able to achieve your dream, so that your energy is not spread out or sporadic or messy with the Five of Wands. It looks like you overcame that phase, whether it was happening internally or it was people around you. But the Five of Wands can also represent chaos. So Hangman coming in to the King of Swords, surrendering to the will of the cosmos, an intentional pause, reflecting, letting go, embracing the new, realigning with your heart and your purpose, new wisdom found, spiritual teaching, sacrifice, enlightenment. I lean into my inner world of limitless miracles, surrendering to the divine and the will of the cosmos. Open your heart to the bigger plan, and you'll inadvertently tap into a whole new framework from which to see the world. Know that your path and your dream may look unfamiliar to you after you relinquish the need to direct the outcomes. Surrender to the will of the cosmos and realign your life with its sacred patterns. The universe already knows which life-altering lessons are the key to your happiness, and your higher self has so much wisdom for you when you intentionally pause to listen. So Pisces, what I'm getting here with this energy, most importantly, is that your perception is going to shift, and that's going to change up the game for you. Because if you've had a perception of your life that was not benefiting you, and it's not working or giving you the results or the outcome that you wanted, and it was keeping you in worry, that's about to change. Okay, the Hangman is upside down because she's gaining enlightenment. She's trying to see things from a different light, from a different angle, and you're about to achieve that, and that's going to simplify your path to your goal, to your dreams and your manifestations. So this looks really good so far, Pisces. Let's go ahead and continue. So we have worry coming in. I don't know why we're starting from the last card moving down to the first card. But that's what I'm being guided to do. So listen, because the intuition, the guidance that you need is coming in for you to achieve and have some kind of success in your life. And so worry coming in. Holy Spirit, what does Pisces need to know about worry? What is your advice for Pisces when it comes to worry? Okay, we have Three of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Wands in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, this looks really good, Pisces, because no matter what fears you have, no matter what worries come up in your life right now, they're not going to affect your victory. They're not going to get in the way of your victory or your success. So again, it's like the hardest part is starting. The hardest part is getting the ball rolling. And that's it. It's just being in your mind, overanalyzing, thinking worst case scenario, or trying to figure out every possible outcome. And again, at the same time, keeping yourself in that state of worry can be a disappointment. You know, it can be a heartbreak. It can be painful because you're no longer meant to stay there. You're not supposed to give into the doubts or into the worries or into the fears. And by taking action, by taking the first step, Pisces, you move from your head into your body, and things start to simplify for you. It's like some people expect the answers to come in. Some people expect the clarity to come in before they take the action. But most of the time, you have to do something to get a different outcome. You have to get the ball rolling in order to get some answers to your questions. And so what I'm seeing here is no matter what your fears are, or your self-doubts, or your past disappointments and past heartbreaks, they're not going to interfere with your victory, because at the end of the day, King of Pentacles in the upright, you are graduating, Pisces, and you're attaining a level of mastery over the physical realm. So this is over your money, over your investments, over your business, over your abundance, your prosperity, your income, but most importantly, over your 3D life, okay? There's a specific, I don't know what the specific quote is, but some people tend to prioritize or think that spirituality is more important than the material world. But the truth is, we have a body and we live in a material world, and they're both as important. Both your body, your home, your material world, your work, your money, because this is how we survive in this world, is just as important as your spirituality. And so what I'm seeing here, Pisces, is a very beautiful balance. But most importantly, you honing in your material world, attaining the things that you want, the achievements, the prosperity, the financial freedom, because it's all about the pentacles, it's all about the money, and the success that comes in, the power that you get, the financial freedom that you get over your choices, over your life. And what I'm seeing here is that you are graduating. No matter what failures you've gone through in the past, no matter what kind of worry or self-doubt or what obstacles you've overcome, this success is guaranteed. King of Pentacles. So there's a need to not hold yourself in this place, but a need to take action, okay? To take that first step forward, because the Six of Wands, nothing can get in the way of you and your victory. But the thing is, if you stay in worry, you can delay the process. You can make it harder than it has to be. And Six of the reverse is like you're holding off your victory, or you're holding off your success. You're just delaying it, because what's meant to be yours will always be yours. And it is guaranteed with the King of Pentacles that you're going to get to that level. But it's a matter of taking action. It's a matter of getting yourself out of your head and into your body. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the King of Pentacles coming in? Please clarify. So far, Pisces, this is a really good reading because it looks like you're right there. You're right there. You're so close to your dreams. You're so close to your achievements. And it's just a matter of taking action. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups coming in, the Queen of Cups coming in, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse coming in. Pisces, some of you may have to work more on your boundaries. Okay, you have to work on establishing stronger boundaries over your time, over your energy, how much access you give to other people, what you invest your time in. Okay, maybe even boundaries within yourself of, you know, having better time management, having better routines that keep you sharp and awake and on the path towards your success, that don't derail you from the outcomes that you're trying to accomplish at this time, because both the Six of Wands and the Seven of Wands are in the reverse. Meaning that the success, the victory is guaranteed, but you may be engaging in behaviors, or you may be keeping yourself in worry to where you're investing most of your energy and your time into thinking or analyzing than taking action. And so the fire, the wands, is all about action, whereas the air element is all about the mind space. So it's about, you know, balancing out the air with the fire, okay? Dropping from the head to the body and taking action, and also establishing strong boundaries in your life, Pisces, that are going to guarantee that you attain the success that you're wanting. So King of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. What it feels like, Pisces, is that there's a lot of earth energy coming in, structure, routines, balance coming in to create some kind of a balance in your life, some kind of a foundation. It is going to bring a lot of stability into your life. So if you allow your emotions to kind of drive your actions, it can be like a roller coaster. One minute you're up, another minute you're down, and you feel like you don't have control over your own life. But with the King of Pentacles, it talks about being very grounded, very stable, having those routines, that structure that really protects you, and it guarantees that stability, that peace of mind, that well-being. And so your emotions and your feelings are no longer controlling you. They're no longer dominating you, and they're no longer affecting you like they used to in the past, because the Three of Swords talks about pain, disappointment, grief, heartbreak, loss, and that energy can really just drain your life force. And it can keep you in a state of sadness, or in a state of depression, or in a state of apathy, or in a state of disillusionment. And that is not beneficial when, you know, you're trying to be enthusiastic or motivated towards your goals and your dreams. And so I see a very beautiful shift here, Pisces, where the simplicity of life, the routines, the structure is really going to start to bring stability, and that sense of safety, that sense of protection, that foundation that you need to grow and to build upon. And earth coming in with water, these two elements are really good for you, Pisces, because again, when you think about water coming in to nourish and water the earth, plants and trees start to grow. So again, it starts to build your abundance. It starts to create that that ecosystem, whether it's investments, multiple streams of income, cash flow coming in. There's going to be a lot of prosperity here. So Ace of Cups to the Queen of Cups. Some of you, Pisces, there's also a brand new beginning in love and relationships. And there's a need to reconnect with that flow of your life, to not shut certain areas of your life out, to let them flow, but not let them get so much power over you and your decisions. It's like, don't let the emotions and the feelings drive your decisions, even when it comes to people or to love. Don't base things off of feelings or emotions or off of words. Base it off of actions and results. And that's what the King of Pentacles does. Okay, this is someone who's like, you know, you got to show me. I got to see it to believe it, in a sense. And so, yeah, it guarantees that he always attains to success. It guarantees that he always has the pentacle, that he always has the outcome that he wants. So this looks really beautiful, Pisces. Some of you may be coming into a new connection, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, a new business partner. Some of you may be coming into contact with a King of Pentacles. Could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So a water sign or an earth sign doesn't necessarily have to be those signs, Pisces, but I am seeing an Ace of Cups. So it's a brand new beginning in love, in relationships, in friendships, in soulmates, in new connections. There is a brand new beginning with the Ace of Cups coming in. And so part of the message coming in also with the Seven of Wands is that there's a need to master your boundaries, Pisces. When it comes to your time, when it comes to your energy, how much access you give a person, having that self-respect on your time, on your energy, on your peace of mind, because there are new relationships coming in. And the thing is, Pisces, you teach people how to treat you. Okay, so how you treat yourself, how you value yourself is how they're gonna see you, how they're gonna treat you. And so there may be a need to establish very strong boundaries with these new relationships and these new people coming into your life. Again, strong earth sign, strong water sign coming in for you. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups for Pisces, Holy Spirit. What do you want Pisces to know about the Ace of Cups? And then we have the Lovers as they split the deck. So some of you Pisces, it may be a new romantic partner. Okay, so Ace of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So 2 brand new beginnings, Pisces. 5 of Swords. And the Lovers. Pisces, are you kidding me? We have the Lovers coming in. So, wow. Okay, this looks really good, Pisces. You have 2 brand new beginnings coming in. And it's funny how this is actually mirroring each other. So we have Ace of Cups and Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. So I'm going to go ahead and move these a little bit so you guys can see all the cards. To the Lovers. Wow. Pisces, some of you straight up have a new relationship, a new connection coming in. For some of you, it's going to be an earth sign. For others of you, a water sign, or they have those very strong placements, or they embody that energy. 5 of Swords. But this is talking about overthinking and having some of your past memories and past traumas coming up. So Pisces, what I'm seeing here is that there are 2 new beginnings coming in, and there's a need to strengthen your boundaries when it comes to your time, when it comes to your energy, how much access you give a person, really teaching them how to treat you. But the 5 of Swords is coming in because you have fears that it may turn out like past connections or past relationships, because we also have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. So 5 of Swords. Why the 5 of Swords for Pisces? Why is this showing up? Tell us a little bit more, Holy Spirit. What do you want Pisces to know about this 5 of Swords? 3 of Cups in the reverse. Pisces, you've had some connections end, okay, in a way that was not ideal for you. Okay, so there was separation, miscommunication, disputes, maybe not seeing your value in relationships, and you don't want to have to go through that again. So it's like you're excited for the new beginnings. You're excited for the new people coming into your life, whether it's a new friend, a new romantic partner. And for a lot of you, Ace of Cups to the Lovers is going to be a new romantic partner or a love connection coming in. So there is a fear of it turning out like past connections, your previous heartbreaks or disappointments or betrayals. And so the 5 of Swords talks about being in your head about 3 of Cups in the reverse, about the relationships and the friendships that haven't worked out in your life. So it's like you're being handed 2 brand new beginnings, but your mind kind of automatically goes to what hasn't worked in the past. So it's like you may think that you're ready, you may think that you want to move forward with this new connection, but part of you is still stuck on the paths, okay? Is still trying to understand why things happen a certain way and not wanting that to repeat in your life again. And not knowing what to do different so that this doesn't happen again. Because there's so much you can do. You don't have control over another person, okay? And some of you may have experienced deceit or betrayal or heartbreak that you had no control over, okay? So I'm seeing 2 brand new beginnings, Pisces. So it's like, don't self-sabotage these opportunities because it's beautiful, okay? This is a new beginning. It's a chance at something new. For some of you Pisces, this is new job offers, new investments, new business opportunities, new opportunities for money or to monetize a hobby, okay? Because it's a pentacle. And then the Ace of Cups, yeah, new beginning in relationships and love. To the Lovers coming in. Pisces, some of you have a twin flame connection or a divine counterpart, okay? Because the Lovers talks about having that chemistry, having that intense connection where you know that this person is more than just, it's like more than just a soulmate, you know? There is that intensity. Maybe you had past lives with that person. Maybe you feel like you've known them for so long, okay? But that's there. That union is there. There's a lot of potential here, Pisces, for these 2 new beginnings, but part of you is still thinking about the past. Part of you is trying to heal past relationships and past traumas that have not worked out or have not led you to where you want to be. Some of you Pisces were placed in a third-party situation with the Three of Cups. It doesn't necessarily have to be a third-party situation with another person. It could be that they prioritized other things, whether it was work or friends or family or just other things over you and your connection. But it could also be a third-party situation, as in another person. And so you don't want to be placed through that again. The Five of Swords in the upright. You may, Pisces, you may be too much in your head, okay? Five of Swords to worry. You may be making it harder than it has to be. And there's a need to really clean the slate, okay? Have a blank slate when it comes to these new opportunities so that you don't take any of that past energy or project that past energy onto these new opportunities or people coming in. Whether it's a new beginning in work and the way that you make your money in abundance and prosperity with the Ace of Pentacles, or whether it's the Ace of Cups, new relationships and connections. And for a lot of you, lovers coming in, a new love interest. Holy Spirit, why the Three of Cups in the reverse for Pisces? So Eight of Swords coming in. Oh, I almost dropped the camera here. So let me go ahead and just move this a little bit. You guys can now see most of the cards here. Queen of Pentacles to Death and Rebirth. Pisces, some of you felt like you were in a connection that there is a lot of toxicity. Eight of Swords can also talk about feeling trapped or bound, not being able to let it go, still feeling attached to them, whether emotionally, mentally, growing some kind of attachment, feeling like tied down in a sense. And you had to go through a death and rebirth. You had to go through some kind of transformation to come out of this cycle, to come out of this relationship stronger. But Queen of Pentacles coming in, we have a match. Queen of Pentacles to King of Pentacles. Some of you Pisces, you're about to come into a new relationship or a new connection where, again, you guys are divinely matched, okay? Ace of Cups to the Lovers, to the King of Pentacles, to the Queen of Pentacles. This relationship, Pisces, is going to be very prosperous and very abundant in your life. It's also going to bring a lot of stability into your life. And the way that you're going to know that this is the right person for you is there's going to be a lot of abundance. So your money, your work, your career, the physical things in your life are going to start to improve in a very beautiful way. Like, it's going to be something very noticeable in your life. So King of Pentacles to Queen of Pentacles. This specific power couple, okay, out of the entire tarot deck, is the most traditional couple in the sense that they're long-term. They're committed to each other. If you think about marriage, they're the ones that are about it, okay? They have an offer in hand, which is the Pentacle. They exchange the Pentacles and they come into a full-on relationship, a full-on connection. For some people, again, committed, exclusive, and others even just marriage, okay? So the Lovers to the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Pisces, for some of you, this is straight up a new relationship, a new connection. Death and rebirth. You had to go through a transformation, Pisces, and Spirit is saying that you are ready, okay? You're never going to feel like you're fully ready or like you're perfect, but you are ready to open up. You are ready to let love in, or to let these new connections into your life, these new opportunities. And it's going to lead you to a lot of happiness, okay? So let's go ahead and see here. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about take the first step? Please clarify. Take the first step for Pisces. So 10 of Cups in the reverse and King of Wands in the reverse. Pisces, the King of Wands in the reverse is a lack of action. Some of you are not fully happy right now, or are not fully fulfilled in your life the way that it is now. And again, everybody has goals and dreams and wants to improve their life, but some of you may have been feeling a lack of fulfillment in your relationships, in your connections, or not being fully happy or satisfied with them. It's like there's always room for improvement, but the King of Wands in the reverse, it talks about a lack of action. Like there needs to be some kind of action, taking a step forward, doing something different to get a different outcome, because you're very close from the change that you want that's going to lead you to your dreams. But there's a need to do something different. There's a need to initiate. So if there's a lack of fulfillment in your relationships or your connections, there's a need to take some action in that area of your life. King of Wands in the reverse. Tell me more about the King of Wands in the reverse for Pisces, Holy Spirit. We have Hermit again. Okay, so 2 major arcana is the Wheel of Fortune to the Hermit. Pisces, so what I'm getting here is that your luck, okay, your fortune is going to change when it comes to relationships and connections. So if you haven't been fully connected with your life or fully present with your life or happy or fulfilled or satisfied, that's going to change in a very positive way because the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright. If we had it in the reverse, it's a whole different outcome. It's a whole different conversation. But in the upright, you're having a positive shift in the 10 of Cups. So in your relationships, in your connections, when it comes to your fulfillment in your life, when it comes to your happiness in your life, but there's a need to take the first step to initiate so that the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor. Okay, so this action comes from you. So if you're waiting for someone else to initiate, or you're waiting for something to happen, or something to come in, something to change or shift, the shift is initiating with you. So it's like you take 1 step forward, okay, take the first step, and the universe takes 10 towards you. The Wheel of Fortune is card number 10. So as you can see here, it is in the upright. So this is a very positive shift, a change of events when it comes to your fulfillment and happiness in general in your life, and also when it comes to relationships. With the Hermit, Pisces, some of you, because you experience some kind of dissatisfaction or unfulfillment when it comes to relationships or connections or just your life in general, you tend to go into solitude, you tend to detach or disassociate. And the thing is, that has served you in a sense where you've gained more wisdom, you've gained more introspection, you've been able to see things from a different perspective. But right now it's all about shifting, changing, moving things around, and not staying within, not being inside of yourself, whether it's in your head or going within. It's more so about taking action and starting to really direct your life in the way that you want it to go, by taking action, by doing something physical to move the energy. Lifestyle with the Hermit, okay, because this is all about solitude, silence, introspection, going within, whereas the Wheel of Fortune is different. This is about doing something, taking action for things to shift and to move. Holy Spirit, what is this change coming into Pisces' life? What is this change coming into Pisces' life? Holy Spirit, please clarify. 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Into your life is releasing past memories, past connections, old ways of being, a past version of yourself or people that have been holding you back in a sense. Part of that change is letting go of the 6 of Cups and coming into 7 of Pentacles, investing into yourself, investing into your transformation, because that 7 of Pentacles is about to turn into a 10 of Pentacles. So there's a need to let go of what's no longer serving you, what's no longer in alignment with you, because the Hangman in the reverse talks about stuck or stagnant energy. It can also talk about procrastination or like laziness, in a sense where the energy is not necessarily moving, it's not progressing, it's not really shifting or changing much. And change is coming in here in fire, okay? So it's like that fire element is all about action, it's all about change, it's all about shift and movement. Whereas the Hangman in the reverse is all about stagnation, stuck energy, laziness, procrastination. And that 6 of Cups is an old paradigm, an old version of yourself, old connections, old memories, whatever has held you back in the past or weighed you down, that needs to be let go of. And is going to through this change. 7 of Pentacles, as you invest into yourself, as you invest into your craft, and don't give up, okay? The 7 of Pentacles is all about not giving up because you're very close. You're more than halfway. And 7 of Pentacles to 10 of Pentacles, it means that you're 3 steps away from the outcome that you seek. Okay, this is all about financial abundance, prosperity, business, investments. It's all about the Pentacles. And again, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Pisces. A lot of changes, a lot of positive momentum when it comes to your work, to your businesses, to your investments, to your money, basically, in your earthly material life. That's where you're going to see a lot of focus and success in this year coming up and in this month of December. And the changes coming in are to improve this area of your life. But there's a need to take the first step to initiate, have the courage so that you're no longer worried or fearful or analyzing, okay? It's like analysis paralysis, staying stuck in a place for too long. So change coming into courage. Have the courage to change, Pisces. This change is not going to be a scary change. It's not going to be an unpleasant kind of change. It's actually going to be very beneficial. Like, this is what you've been wanting. This is what you've been seeking. But there's something here about, it's like the hardest part is over, okay? Because the hardest part is taking the first step. And as you initiate, you're going to see things really align for you and click into place, and realizing that you're 3 steps away from the outcome that you seek. And that outcome is going to guide you to your dreams, okay? So you have the dream card coming in. I'm going to touch base on this card, and then we're going to wrap up so that this reading is not super long. And we're going to pull some cards from the Angels of Abundance to see what comes in for you, Pisces. So dreams. Our truest life is when we are in dreams awake. Have you been asking for divine guidance and direction? Pay attention to your dreams, since the answers are coming to you via your dream state. While you sleep, your spirit returns home for sheer comfort, to check in with your guides who will help you and shed light on your current circumstances and difficult situations. In your dreams, the answers will reveal themselves as symbolic clues in order to help you. Keep a journal next to your bed and make notes of your dreams, and trust your higher self to help you decipher these symbolic messages. So for some of you, Pisces, dream interpretation, like that's coming in. This card may also reflect your desire to follow your dreams. If you've been questioning whether you should take a step in the direction of your dreams, your higher self is saying yes. The time is now, okay? So this is a double confirmation, because take the first step is right next to the dream card. So the time is now. Do not hold off, okay? Do not hold off on what you want, hoping that it will somehow come into fruition later. Act now and move forward fearlessly. You will be supported by your higher self and a spiritual team on this path. So Pisces, I don't know why this is coming in, but this is a very specific message of this is the time. The time is now. Some of you, Pisces, you're getting a head start, okay? It's like your New Year's resolutions are starting in this month of December. You're putting together the vision boards. You're writing out your goals. You're starting to measure your progress. Day by day, you're actually doing the math. You're measuring. So again, if you're going to the gym, you're measuring the weight and the weight that you want to be at. Whether it's losing weight, going up in weight, whatever it is. If you're going to the gym and you want to see more progress, you're adding more reps or you're adding more weight to your workouts, okay? If this is about your money, you're measuring how many clients you're taking in, or you're measuring how your investments are doing, or how to get multiple streams of income coming in. But it talks about writing that down, measuring it, and seeing that progress in a very tangible way. Pisces, again, your New Year's resolutions, it feels like you're starting to power up. It's like you have a head start. As people start to power down because of the holidays and the end of year is coming in, it's like you're starting to power up. Okay, you're getting a head start, and this is gonna lead you to your 10 of Pentacles. So 7 of Pentacles, you're 3 steps away from the 10. There's a big increase coming in. I'm gonna pull some cards from Angels of Abundance, and then we're gonna wrap this up. This is a really good reading, Pisces, really positive, and it feels like you're about to see the changes, the shifts that you want to see. Also, some of you, Pisces, new relationships coming in, for sure. Ace of Cups to the Lovers. King of Pentacles to Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Pisces, you're seeing a new relationship coming into your life, okay? I don't know who this is for you, but the way that you're going to know that this is the right person is there's going to be a lot of abundance coming into your life. Guardian angels, please channel through the messages that will be most beneficial to the Pisces collective at this time when it comes to their abundance, when it comes to their finances, their prosperity. Those blocks are being lifted at this time, and unlimited ideas coming in. Pisces, this is beautiful, okay? This is amazing. So what I'm getting here is exercise to increase your abundance. It's all about increasing your energy. It's all about moving the energy and increasing your vibration so that you're in a high vibrational state to receive your manifestations. Because if you think about being in a lower state, okay, it lowers your energy, it lowers your manifestation abilities. So exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. For some of you, Pisces, you may want to go to group workout classes, okay, whether it's hot Pilates or yoga or body pump, you know, like classes are really fun, okay? So it's like you don't have to do a boring workout. It's like you have a lot of other people that are going through the classes and going through the workout with you. and you have trainers, you know, it's like it's a much more fun experience. They have amazing music, so that's going to really help you with your manifestations. And also, blocks and obstacles are being lifted at this time. So all your good personal work and your positive energy have overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude and ensure that your flow of abundance continues. And then we have unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring success and blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Beautiful Pisces, this is all I have for your reading, Pisces. If you'd like to book a private reading, the information is in the description box below. But for now, Pisces, this looks really good for this month of December. Blessings, take care.